So I'm out here in front of the Yamaha booth at the Taipei motorcycle exhibition, and I'm about to ride the Yamaha MT09 Y-AMT, which is a electronically shifted manual transmission. So the Y-AMT transmission is a conventional 6-speed transmission, constant mesh, that is shifted by actuators and a computer. You have an option of either just leaving it in one of the automatic modes and letting the computer do the shifting, or you can put it in a manual mode and shift it yourself.
Any mode you can see the screen, you can edit this button.
And you do not have the option of using a clutch lever like on the Honda system, their e-clutch system.
Any mode you can push the
buttons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
up, down.
And yes.
Okay, so neutral.
Okay, up and down.
Okay. When you're at a standstill, you can use the buttons to shift it from first to neutral and back again. And you hear a audible clunk when it goes in gear. Okay.
Yes.
And then
You have to. Yes.
and then it's in. Okay. When you take off, when you open the throttle, even just a little bit, it starts to move. Wow, this takes some getting used to. This is very strange. When you go to start off, it's instantaneous. The clutch grabs like straight away. It is a very powerful engine. And so that can be a little bit unsettling. It can take off very, very quickly. It's a little scary. Like, it feels like you could get whiskey throttle and just take off. The engine is incredible, smooth. The pickup is awesome. The engine is just off the chain. But I played around with the modes a little bit, and so I tried the automatic mode, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. Now, the shifts are not that smooth all the time. I noticed when I left it in manual mode, I would be accelerating, and I didn't really know when it was going to shift, and it would just go bang. Hit the next gear, and sometimes that was a little rough. And so what I found was to get it to work better, but I tried the manual mode, and when you force it to upshift at the right times, it works much better. And force it to downshift, if you forget, it goes ahead and downshifts. So it's pretty good. It would definitely take some getting used to. It's not like an automatic transmission, and it's not like a CVT. It's definitely a semi-auto transmission. The price is not outrageous. So here in Taiwan, it's about a 20,000 NT increase to go for this Y-AMT option, which, you know, it's about $600 US, and I think that's quite affordable. I think that's quite reasonable compared to, say, a DSG option on a Honda, right? However, it's not as good as an automatic transmission as a DSG when used as an automatic transmission. We've seen Ferrari and other manufacturers try this in the past, take a manual transmission and then shift it with actuators. And what we found is that people don't really enjoy the experience in a car. And the shifts tend to be rough, and people are used to an automatic, and they don't really like how a semi-automatic transmission shifts and works. And so my big question is, who is it going to be that's going to buy this? So if you have a rider who's used to scooters, kind of a beginner, who doesn't want to deal with a manual transmission, then I believe they expect a smoother operation than what this delivers. If you're a person who likes the engagement of shifting your own gears, then maybe the little buttons aren't going to do it for you. So I feel like there's a big question of who is going to buy this bike. I don't think there's very many people. Now, they also offer the MT07 Y-AMT, and I believe maybe that is going to be a more appealing option because the MT07 tends to be a first bike for people. And so it's a step into the realm of motorcycles. There's a little bit more engagement, a little bit more activity than with a scooter, a CVT that's just twist and go. However, you don't have to worry about stalling it out, getting on a hill, getting stuck in traffic, people beeping their horns at you. And so in that bike, I can see it being more of a good stepping stone into regular bikes. Whereas an MT09 is so much horsepower and at such a high level that I wouldn't expect a beginner person to get that bike at all. And so, like I said, I feel like there's not much of an audience for the MT09, whereas maybe the MT07 is a much better option for the semi-automatic transmission. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join us again next time on Expat on Two Wheels.